So, a little bit of good news, we finally have a really good look at what the Pokemon Go expansion is going to look like come summer 2022. So in today's video, we'll take a look at some of the cards and I'll provide my normal happy-go-lucky banter about them. But before we do, let's roll that intro. Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, we take a look at some late breaking news from a little later last week, talking about the first cards that are being revealed in English for the Pokemon TCG Pokemon Go expansion. Now, what's super interesting about this set is that this set is going to serve as one of 2022's quote-unquote special sets. So very much like a Hidden Fates or a Shining Fates, this set is going to be another one of those 0.5 sets that is going to exist within the larger scheme of things. Now, up till now, a lot of information hasn't been released, so there are still many things that are up in air, but Pokemon continued a otherwise pretty prevalent pattern, which is that they are releasing a lot of information about a set before the next set comes out. So, case in point, we're getting a lot of information about Pokemon Go, which is the next set to come out, even though Astral Radiance doesn't drop until later in May. So, in today's video, we'll take a look at some of the articles that I've been able to find across the internet. I'll discuss, and you guys can let me know how I'm doing down below. Speaking of which, if you like today's content, definitely feel free to leave a like on today's video. And as always, if you enjoy today's content that much, you can also join the Gengar Gang and support the channel by becoming a subscriber. But with all that said, as always, the link will be down below, and let's jump right on into it. So this is actually from the Pokemon.com website, so this is about as legit as it gets. And as you can see, this is a really good resource for anybody who's into the modern Pokemon TCG. You can see that on April 28th, 2022, they gave us see the first cards from the Pokemon Go expansion. So I'm just going to call it PGE for what it's worth today. So if we're reading through this, obviously Pokemon Go has been a quite literal app juggernaut. It has been literally one of the most amazing things that has possibly come out in terms of artificial reality and applications of that technology. Basically, you're able to walk around your actual physical world and catch Pokemon simulated in artificial augmented reality using the application. So, safe to say Pokemon Go has been around for quite a little whiles now. I believe it launched right around the 20th anniversary, and ever since it has been a consistently high performing app that has brought Pokemon to new levels of popularity, and that is saying a lot. So, with all that said, the Pokemon Go expansion is looking to bring some of the nostalgia from that particular realm into the trading card game. And again, I've made note of this perhaps seemingly a lot more as of recently, that again, Pokemon is a multimedia franchise, and so it looks like the trading card game is really doing everything in its power to really take advantage of that multimedia franchisement. Meaning, you play the app, now you're gonna be tempted to buy the trading cards. And for someone who hasn't done that before, it means an additional $1 in the pocket of Pokemon that they didn't have otherwise when they didn't have you as both a app player and a trading card game collector. But now, because they've released this collaboration, it obviously means you will now have the ability, in order to ensure that you have both a person playing the app and buying the trading cards, because of course they'd be interested in that. Why wouldn't they be? So that's how that goes. If we're scrolling down, you can see that they are definitely leaning on reminiscence as one of the main things here, right? So just as an example, Pikachu is walking alongside its trainer very much like Pikachu would have theoretically been in the in the applications world. Same thing with this Snorlax, which is literally sleeping in front of someone's house. And although I don't think there are exactly these types of things happening in the game per se, obviously Pokemon exist in the overworld, so you can literally turn on your camera and literally have Pokemon floating around. In fact, there's even been some drama about what kind of Pokemon appear where in the world. So it's one of those things where they're definitely leaning on the art styles of the cards to really kind of give you that feel that this is a set truly and distinctly inspired by the Pokemon Go app and the experience you get from playing in that particular realm. Trainers can also pick up the Pokemon Go vibe, so things like the Pokestop and the gym battles, those are things that exist uniquely in the Pokemon Go realm where you can battle Pokemon and Pokestops, and now you'll have the ability to kind of see those cards and see that type of art style and those very familiar shapes, patterns, and symbols all really kind of acted on in the Pokemon Go expansion. And then finally but not least, there are actually, like classic regular cards. So you'll have cards like VSTARs and V cards. And fun fact, some Pokemon who may have even premiered in the particular Pokemon Go experience are also making, a similar debut and or getting a card that's specifically noted to be a debut card for that Pokemon within the TCG. So that's also pretty cool. One Pokemon card that stands out in multiple ways is the Radiant Eevee, which has a stunning visual appearance, but it's also useful in battle, letting you search up to 6 cards using its Twinkle Gathering attack. So you can, check this article out rather. I do think it has a lot of really cool information and a bunch of hyperlinks. Of course, there is a bunch of quote-unquote reaction articles, this video being a reaction video to that original post, but here you can see a PokeGuardian article where they basically say the same exact thing, right? So they give you a look at some of the Pokemon cards, they give you a look at much of what we just went over, and then they also give you some other really cool views and looks and things of the sort. So we're actually going to take a look at all of this in just a little bit. One thing I did want to point out, you do have a Pokemon Go Elite Trainer Box coming off of the regular, normal, everyday, here is a Elite Trainer Box, right? Bear in mind that much like Champion's Path, Hidden Fates, Shining Fates before it, the MSRP on these is $49.99, so this is going to be your very standard. If we're looking at the packs, it comes with 10 packs, so again, very standard ETB for a special set. And every pack contains, the normal, regular, everyday kind of stuff. So 10 cards plus an energy or a V-Star based on the case. You also have the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box Plus. So this is the Pokemon Center exclusive. It's going to be $64.99, very similar to the pricing on the Celebrations ETB of the same variety. It's going to contain 12 booster packs, each pack containing 10 cards and either an energy or a V-Star. And yeah, just a whole bunch of added goodies, which is why they usually, say, hey, this is the Pokemon Center exclusive versus the regular version of the ETB. There are some decks as well. So here is the Mewtwo one. So not the biggest fan of that, but okay. Oops, there's my background. So here's the Mewtwo one. Here is the Melmetal one. So those are two Pokemon that obviously have a lot of meaning in the particular realm of the TCG. So that's what they're going to look like. And each of them, fun fact, is going to come with their very unique, this is what I was alluding to earlier, sort of stamped version of a card. So these will be pretty cool because I think both these Pokemon play a large role in the Pokemon Go ecosystem. And so it makes a lot of sense that they would kind of pay homage to these Pokemon here in the TCG, kind of giving them their own unique stamping and theme decks. And then you do have a combo deck as well. So if you don't want to get the individual decks, you can also get the actual combined deck should you want to. Now, another major mechanic in Pokemon Go that's now making its way over into the TCG is Team Instinct, Team Mystic, and Team Valor. So within the Pokemon Go ecosystem, you're asked to choose one of the 3 teams to be affiliated with. And in a similar situation, you now have each of the different teams, themed off of one of the birds, by the way, now having their own kind of special box. So here you can see the Spark box for Team Instinct. You can see it has the Zapdos, which is what I was mentioning earlier. It's themed after either Zapdos, Articuno, or Moltres. So here's what the Spark box looks like. You additionally have a Team Mystic box with Blanche and a Team Valor box with Candela. So you have 3 different boxes, each contains 6 booster packs and 1 trainer promo. They're gonna MSRP for 30 bucks, which if you ask me is a teeny bit expensive. Although right on brand for these special sets. So these special sets usually have packs that, if you do the math, ignoring all things else, will come out to about $5 a pack. We saw that be the case for everything from Hidden Fates, Champions Path, Shining Fates, you name it. So this is, again, consistent with special set pricing. I just think that it kind of astounds me that it's that much money for just 6 packs of Pokemon cards, but hey, go figure. Here's a $20 box, and again, 4 Pokemon Go booster packs, meaning about $5 a pack. You also get this cool Alolan Exeggutor. I don't know, because I know for a fact that this Pokemon premiered relatively recently, but I guess it too got a promo card, so go figure. One thing that I am super excited about is the Premium Collection Radiant Eevee. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very big, interesting Pokemon, and an interesting collection that's going to be very highly sought after. The only good news is that I think Pokemon can finally meet the demand for this stuff. So this is releasing July 1st, 2022. Here's what the box looks like. Now, in a video I made not that long ago, I discussed the Radiant Greninja, and so we do know that this is a new Pokemon that's going to be introduced into the meta, right? So within the TCG, we'll now have these Radiant Pokemon. They're effectively just shiny Pokemon that give you some very good perks and benefits. Couple things to note: you get 8 booster packs, so you're only getting $40 worth of packs out of this box. However, you are also getting the Radiant Eevee and some other goodies, which I think are pretty cool. So here's a good look at the card itself. You can see they really kind of went all out with this Pokemon card. I think this is such a beautiful card. I think it's definitely going to make for a very compelling chase card, and given the fact that it's, you know, literally seated within a box, I think what you're going to see is this box's demand is going to go up because people are really just going to want this card. I don't necessarily know that this is going to be the most amazing or highly sought after or even rare card. It really depends on how much of this product they particularly print. I have a feeling it's going to get highly graded. So for a variety of reasons, definitely be on the lookout for this card. It's going to pop up, and it's probably going to go for a pretty good premium right off the back end. Here's what the card's going to look like again. They do, fun fact, hit you with a mat, so you do get a play mat in this box as well, and that is how they kind of, sort of, maybe compensate for the $10. Bear in mind, it's a $50 box. You're getting 8 booster packs, meaning there's a $40 worth of packs thing going on here. So the other $10, I guess they're articulating it as, hey, you're also going to get this really cool mat. Again, it's a super cute mat, so I can definitely see why people would go after it. You also get a Radiant Eevee pin, and then here are the packs that you're going to get. The other interesting thing, and I don't know if this is the case, but I do find it really cool that they're having like the 3D model as you would have seen it in the Pokemon Go app. That's kind of how you're seeing it on the box. I think that's pretty neat. And then here is a code for Pokemon Go. So, you know, they're going to kind of do a little bit of everything here to kind of get you to go across the app if you're not already, blah, blah, blah. So that is the premium collection. There are some tins as well, so each of them is going to have this really neat Pikachu in it. And then in addition to that, you get the ones with Blissey, Pikachu, or Snorlax on it. You'll also get mini tins, so again, very standard fare nowadays. You'll get tins, you'll get mini tins. This is all stuff we saw for celebrations, so it's really not a shocking surprise that we'd see them here. One thing that I do note, you are getting new Pokeballs. So there's a new Great Ball, regular Pokeball, and Ultra Ball, and one thing I note is that they all have the Go symbol on them, so that's pretty cool. And then there are some Japanese products for the Japanese set that you might want to be on the lookout as well. Earlier, it had been noted that we were getting this in summer 2022. It now looks, obviously, like we have release dates for most, if not all. So August 26th for some of the later stuff, August 5th for some of the, you know, middle tier stuff, and, you know, weeks in July for some of the more, you know, official drop day type of items. So one thing to note is that there won't be booster boxes for this set, so if you were looking to get booster boxes of the set, you will not get them. I don't think it's fairly obvious, but this Pokemon Go set is not going to be a regular set. As I mentioned before, it is a special set. It is one of those sets that will have the 0.5 tag on it, and so you do want to be mindful of that. You'll only be able to obtain packs of these cards by buying the various products that we've either gone over on this video or new and additional products that are announced in the future. So again, that is consistent with things like Champion's Path, Hidden Fates, Shining Legends. Feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. Finally but not least, I did want to click through some of the other cards that have premiered in English. I do think it is beneficial to look at them in English. So you'll see you have Mewtwo the Alolan Executor, you've got the VSTAR, Melmetal, Spark. So here's one of the trainers. As you can see, the set is only 78 cards. So that's something that I think is really interesting. That's one of the benefits of having it, of having the cards translated into English, and you know, you can confirm like the English set will contain 78 cards base. In the past, what we have seen is that many of these sets will usually have some sort of back-end secret funny business going on. So for Champion's Path, we had the Shiny Charizard, which was basically a hint to our next set. For something like Hidden Fates or Shining Fates, we obviously had entire subsets contained within. Obviously, one of the subsets that they're currently playing with in basically every set that we've seen so far, from Brilliant Stars to Astral Radiance, is a Trainer Gallery set. So there are a few different ways that they might be able to expand this set, even though it's not necessarily, you know, the largest set, right? So 78 cards is abnormally small, given that we're kind of been spoiled on, you know, shiny subsets in the past. I would be shook if they just released 78 cards themed after the Pokemon TCG and there were no secret rares or anything of the sort. I think what we're going to end up seeing is something very similar to Champion's Path, which is where we had a few really cool chase cards that kind of make this set a little bit more sought after. And obviously, as you can see here, there's number 55 is a Snorlax. You have an Eevee, which is 54. I think they're doing a really good job with the artwork, frankly. They're definitely kind of hitting it right on the nose of, you know, half nostalgia, half AR. I like it. And then obviously they are blending artwork too. So this one is obviously more of a full animated drawing as opposed to a 3D rendering in AR. I think both are welcomed and really cool, right? There's an Abipom, Pikachu, Magikarp obviously being a very popular Pokemon, Gyarados as well, Melmetal, Meltan, and that kind of loops us around to the first in this gallery. So, my thoughts, I'm just grateful that this set didn't turn into something weird and quirky. One of the things when I heard they were theming a set after Pokemon Go, one of my initial thoughts was, oh no, I hope this doesn't turn into some sort of weird amalgamation of non-TCG and TCG. Obviously, with something like Hidden Fates, many of those cards weren't playable right away or ever. They were a set made for collectors by collectors, but one of my greatest concerns was that they were going to turn around and label this set as something similar without necessarily understanding that I don't think anyone in the TCG, or I don't think the majority of TCG players or collectors would have turned around and said, give us a Pokemon Go set. I think there were other ways of creating a collector-focused set similar to something like Hidden Fates. So I'm happy that this set ended up being something that looks like it will be integrated fairly well into the trading card game, meaning players can actually use these cards and kind of like cross-pollinate between the app and having fun in Pokemon Go and playing the Pokemon trading card game. And I think that that might help its long-term collectability as well as how people kind of look at this set in the future. As I mentioned before, right now, as of the time I'm making this video, I don't know of anything amazing that is coming out in this set that's going to change what we already know about this set. You know, right now it looks like it's very religiously themed after Pokemon Go, and that's the end of that story. The interesting thing about that is that as a result of that, there's not really anything that catches my eye and says, I have to start opening the set the minute I get my hands on it. It's not like, for example, Champion's Path, which, although it was a rather bland set all in all, did have 1 or 2 trading cards that you chased pretty religiously, including but certainly not limited to a certain shiny lizard. So my thinking is they're probably hiding something from us that they aren't telling us about yet, and I have a feeling that's going to be the chase card that kind of gets people to buy this set. I think the other big thing that they're definitely planning on people going after is this EV Premium Collection box. So not to say it's going to be the equivalent of Celebration's Premium Collection or the Rayquaza statue box from Hidden Fates, but I think this may be at least one of the items that people go after, and they're going to be selling Pokemon Go packs no matter if you just want the Eevee card, because guess what? It all comes bundled together anyway. So I think this is one of the things they're definitely going to lean on strongly. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited for the Pokemon Go set? I am weirdly ambivalent about it. I feel like I've never really kind of seen a set and not been like, yeah, I'm going to go buy it. But genuinely, I tried to get in the whole Pokemon Go thing and it just never stuck for me. I found myself often too busy to be able to care enough. And it's funny because I went to college when this stuff was like coming out and very popular. And so given the amount of walking that I did as a college student across campus, it's pretty ironic that I never got into it, given that one of the things about Pokemon Go was that obviously on a college campus, a lot of people would have milled about and kind of made the playability of the game a lot more beneficial to me as an individual player. But all things said, I just never kind of got behind it, and now as a result, I don't know if I should be sad that I never got into it, and now I don't feel connected to the set, or if this is a set that, hey, maybe most TCG collectors will kind of waft at if they don't play the game as well, and then maybe it's just a situation where, it's a set, they ran out, they stopped caring, they don't want to do more shiny Pokemon, so LOL, they're going to do more shiny Pokemon, but they're going to call them Radiant Pokemon. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video, and hey, subscribe if you're not already to join the Gengar Gang. But other than that, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I hope you guys are doing well, and we will talk soon. Peace.